So we're on Monohiko time for Urasekai Picnic, which is some kind of yuri isekai anime. Ooh, yes. Oh, it sounds very family friendly. I don't know, they have these like cute girls and they have guns that is gonna save her from some world or something, and it sounds like an interesting anime. One of the dark horse right of the season, because of course again this season is crazy. We're just getting started here, and then of course we have Urasekai and so on coming on Wednesday and whatever. So this is of course crazy, and this now sounds like a little different isekai, right? A little different, a little special, yeah. I mean, it seems to be definitely be yuri list, like Sean, yeah, two cute girls, you know, becoming best friends. So that's always something. And they have guns too, I think, and that sounds different, right? Usually isekais is more fantasy. Sometimes it's of course sci-fi, but rarely is it like modern weaponry kind of thing. So anyway, let's start watching it. This is episode 3, 2, 1, and go. So yeah, the first impression here, and then we do of course the review and reaction. Yeah, just, a bunch of stuff. See if it's good or not. Summarize what I think about the first episode and so on, right? Okay, so she's like, what happens if I die here? She's lying in some creek or something, some kind of river. Yeah, she's no friends, some kind of loner girl, right? Looks like a destroyed house next to her. Maybe it's an old... It was a train, probably. Destroyed train. God, this is a sad episode immediately. I haven't paid back my student loans yet. It's like, yeah, that's sad. So the chick wants to delete herself here. Oh, this is probably she meets a cute blonde girl. It's like, are you human? It's like kind of weird what you ask, are you human? Yeah, okay, so there is something strange happening here. Yeah, there's some monster in there. She falls into the water. Didn't look deep at all. Man, this is a weird... It looks like the world is destroyed or something. And she gets sucked into the water. I guess this other girl is saved her. I don't know, yeah. There we go. Cute chick saves her. Yeah, look at that face. Look at that. This is a love at first sight. She like fall into another world and then she feels sick actually. Maybe they're already being scared. I don't know, it's a kind of weird thing, right? They're very weird start. They're like in some kind of swamp or something, and it's some kind of alien or something monster. And it's like living waves or something like that. A rock. Yeah, rock salt. It's like a vampire who salted it. Or zombie. She's on her face too. She's like, oh, the friends, I'm not used to this. She wants her salt back though, that's good. I want my salt back, Red. Good to have my salt, you know. You never know you need that again. Oh, when it turned into like a cube? What is this anime? This anime is so weird. When it turned into like a Oh, it's opening it. It turned into like a cube, okay? Very confusing immediately. Oh, she's like getting pulled into the water that is... She can float in the water, and then it's like apparently she could like drown in it, and now it's like... She threw the salt, and either the salt or the monster turned into like a cube. Looks like a little mini world. Like an isekai world or something. Now in the opening it looks like Earth, like Tokyo. But also destroyed Tokyo from that. Maybe something like Zelda, like a dark world. Maybe it's like, you know, a mirror world where one world is fine and the other mirror world is like all destroyed something. It's kind of an alternate at least. Her eyes there, interesting. And then there's some kind of weird monsters. Oh, yeah, she's with Honor. Yeah, I know they're falling into another world, I guess, in the open there. Or a tornado. No, it's like it's falling into another world, right? Or they're drinking beer together and... It feels very Yuri, because every other character's a female too. Yeah, suddenly some martial art girl appears, some mecha girl. So it's like, it's just more girls appearing, but... No, that's just a kind of dungeon or something. No, her hand's like a transparent, what? Man, this anime looks so weird. It's like everything you see in the opening, you're like, okay, now it's instead of the machine gun in the... Everything looks so weird. Okay, so now it's like a half abandoned house or something. It's a very confusing episode 1, definitely. So far, you're like, what's happening? Where are they? There's some kind of other world definitely they can enter, but... So you can clearly go back and forth, I guess, right? But yeah, I mean, I said earlier, but when I saw the opening, I was like, it's like Zelda, right? You have your world, you have like the dark world where you enter and it's like destroyed and everything, and the monsters, and it's all Ganondorf and shit happening on the other side, or Ganon, I guess it's called that. But yeah. Some kind of dark world, right? Yeah, she picked up like a cube. There's like a world or something. It looks like a little tiny... Maybe you can fix the original world or something. Can we sell it? Oh man, she's clearly the best girl. Can we make money off it? Otherside. Can everyone travel to our world, or is it just them? I mean, they never met anyone else before. I'm gonna look through the eye. It's like, I'm gonna see who is breaking my door. It's gonna be great. Man, that is strange. It's like, oh, yo, look, the door's like a blue magic thing. It's like, oh, it's some kind of illusion. Let's have a gun though. Does gun works against this magical shit though? I mean, it's transparent. Can you shoot them? I guess we're back at like the normal Earth now, something. This anime is really strange. It's like, oh, don't worry about it. Next time you take the bed door. It's like, what? Like, it's clearly very dangerous and strange and weird and airy and it's like, what's happening? Very strange. I'll get her phone number. Nice. You in the Persona vibe. The phone is magical too now. Ooh, Saitama University. That's gonna be great. You're gonna learn to fight there. I'll look now they're best friends now. He's like, oh my god, my best friend! Yeah, she's all like, best friend! Here we go. Yeah, you told me to school. I was like, I can find you! Man, shit, this is a love story, definitely. How should she go in the first time then if she doesn't know how it works? I don't know what it is. Okay, they have to get out on the other side. For the money, maybe. Yeah, maybe fight those wiggly waggies, defeat them, and turn them into cubes. Yes! It's like, let's do it! It's like, what? Come on, eyeball! I have a lot of rock salt with me. Can the guns shoot rock salt or something? Get like a shotgun with, yeah, like, pump shotgun with salt. It'd be perfect. I want friendship, come on. She want the friendship. But she's like, I don't want to leave anywhere. She's like, oh, yeah, who cares? It's like, just no friends. She's like, whatever, I might as well go with her because I don't have any friends. Might as well be her friend then. Sometimes they use CGI animation. It's kind of strange. Like they do walk there, CGI there, and that's back into being drawn. Okay. It's gonna be strange, man. The elevator. What if anyone can just take the elevator, you just go to a floor and then you get to the dark world, the other world or something. Or to the fourth floor and then suddenly you're in another world or something. So can anyone do this thing? Or what? She's like, nah, wrong world. 6th floor is that. It's like a code, I guess. You have to do it right order. 4, 6. Yeah. Certain order. You have to write it. How did she get there before? How did she get there the first time? How did she, you know, if she doesn't know about this stuff, how did she manage to get into the other world? Oh, 5th floor knows that. Don't worry about it. It's like, it happens every time. Don't worry about that. The 5th floor, you know, it's always some kind of undead monster there, and you know, it's always that thing. Could you throw salt at it? Okay. Does the gun work though? Don't worry about it. It's like finally get out there. So not the easiest way to get there. You have to press buttons a lot of times, and if you press the wrong button, you get attacked by ghosts or something. So some kind of demons. So they get into like a destroyed Tokyo, right? Maybe it's time travel though, because it looks like an overgrown Tokyo, right? Kind of neir automata, whatever. Kind of the world is like been fallen skyscrapers and it's like plant shit growing over it, right? So it still kind of like that. I have never fallen. It's no problem. This really gives me a neir automata vibe now. When you play the game, in the middle of the game, you kind leave a skyscraper, and you kind get into this, destroyed city, right, with fallen skyscrapers and overgrown old buildings and so on. So maybe it is time travel. I'm just throwing it out there, right? Maybe it isn't Otherside, because why would the other world be like a destroyed civilization, right? But also, how would it explain the cops then? Doesn't seem that everyone knows about this world, right? So it's like, oh, I met this girl in another universe, time travel or Dark World King, and she had a gun. Can you arrest her? Like that's gonna be a hard conversation with the cops, right? Oh, I met her in the Dark World. Oh, the Dark World, you say? Sure, the Dark World. Like, because they're out walking around in this. Yeah, I guess like the forest now in plains, because. See now, there was CGI to turn around there. That's really strange anime. They're throwing in CGI every now and then. And then I guess like some kind of dead guy. Huh. Man, this is such a strange anime. Just throw rock salt at it then. Exactly. Rock salt throwing. More rock salt. Throw more rock salt. Just throw more at it. Does the gun work though? I was like, does the gun seem to be even less effective? It's a kind of weird mist thing. I don't know why guns would work against the thing. It seems more likely that salt would work, some kind of magical, anti-demon thing, typical like salt seems more likely to work than a bullet. Because they're like living mist or something. That is a one strange anime. Her eyes are kind of weird in the opening, maybe she gets some power. I'm just throwing it out there, but it probably unlocks some weird power because her eyes are like blue, kind of shivering in the openings. Maybe they can unlock some magical power here and alien power or something. Okay, so you stare it down, you provoke it with looking at it. Okay, I follow the logic. Her eyes are, one eye is blue, right? So she's probably gonna stare it down, get the blue eye power, even the opening. Okay, so you defeat it by staring at it. Man, that anime is so strange. She's trying to like fight it with. I mean, I don't know what I'm watching. He's like, oh, she's staring at it and he's trying to like horror her or something. Just probably get the blue eye, right? Like in the opening, exactly. Gives her own eye power there. As you see it, then it's weak against rock salt. Oh, fan service. As long as she recognizes it something, then it's weak against bullets. And then turn into cubes that they can sell or something. Yeah, like, oh, I want to get the cubes too. I can make money. It's awesome, these magical cubes. And the cube doesn't. You know, the CGI, that's very strange, yeah. So now the cube isn't reflecting. The cube doesn't reflect humans, it only reflects surroundings. It's kind of a weird thing too. Maybe it doesn't reflect animals either though. Yeah, that was scary. That was weird. And that's a picnic anime. Picnic, as it's called. Perfect name. Picnic. Otherside. That's a strange anime. This anime is strange. It's confusing. Doesn't know how she got there. No, she has this weirdo best friend, lover kind of girl, so this is nice for her. She's like, yeah, got my best friend though now, and she's cute and all. Ending, I guess. It's probably some weird ending, probably. I was like, that's a weird anime, man. I don't think some more animes today I wanna react to. This one anime I actually really want to see today, but we can't given how the issues of YouTube so on. Otherwise, there's an anime coming today that I actually really want to watch, but I mean I watch it myself then. But yeah, or maybe I do it put somewhere else. I suppose. That's too bad with that anime. Let's tomorrow. No, it's a horse anime that I really want to see, right? But I know that horse anime is very dangerous. You're gonna get some issues if we talk about it. So very unfortunate. I love the anime. It's a great anime. It's a freaking awesome anime. Okay, so they're out drinking again. They have a nice party after work here. Come on, girl, eat some from me. Oh, no, I don't want to. Let's talk about it. Yeah, I was just looking at what I showed during the ending there. The ending didn't have many stuff. And as I mentioned, and I say it here then, briefly, right? If you subscribe to me years ago and so on, yeah. I mean, I like the horse anime. It's a good show, right? It's a freaking awesome show. But I know, just like with the nice fan slice of life anime, that's also airing this season, right? It's a great anime too. They're both by the same company, and I tell if any other YouTuber too is one that you can't talk about those shows. Those companies are super after you if you talk about those shows, right? So that's gonna be like a little, avoiding that. More on that reason, not because I want to see the show. Right? So I watch the show, but not to be about it. That's why I won't do any reaction to the horse show coming after this thing, because I know that that's like the worst company to do anime stuff with, unfortunately. And of course the nice Rinchan and so on, that anime is even worse. Same company but even worse. Like that those were always removed immediately. So that's unfortunate. But anyway, let's. If anyone wonders why I want to reaction to, of course, because I did of course react to this as a one-off horse anime, which I think is really good and underrated show. But anyway, let's talk about weird yuri isekai fighting monster horror show. Well, clearly this is best girl. I know she was genki and fun and so on. But what a weird show. What a weird show. She's like, oh, so they're like fighting these wiggy waggy ghost things, and you get to the other world. You get isekai'd by like taking an elevator, and then on the most of the floors you get attacked by like ghosts or something, and you're like, oh, it's all floor 5 is always dangerous. Floor 2 can be dangerous too. It's like, well, what's happening? So that was strange, and then it's like you stare at it and your eyes are turning blue or something. Reminded me of another anime, definitely. I won't say which one anime, but kind of had the eyes mood and so on. And actually, it reminded me of several animes. I think primarily reminded me of time traveling anime, I guess. Yeah, another flashback. And I don't want to spoil it, but it's another anime where they have time freeze and time anime and so on, and they also kind of have the thing going for the eyes, some parts. But I want to spoil why. But in that anime, it says it's like brown, but it's like treating, right? But anyway, that's like the spoiler. But it's an old anime, right? You might have seen it with time travel, but it's more time freeze and so on. But anyway, but actually quite strange thing going on there with them. With the world. One thing that's very confusing. It's confusing, but it's kind of maybe it's not the right word, but it's like one thing that's kind of weird. I guess is that she, right, the main character. I mean, they're both main characters, but nothing to be seen from her perspective, right? And this is her genki best friend. It's all over her. She's more than antagonist, if anything, right? And she's a protagonist because she's kind of there. And then this Genki girl appears and is like, come on, let's go, girls. That's one thing for that matter, right? I say it again here. Antagonist doesn't mean you're evil. Antagonist doesn't mean that you're the bad guy. Antagonist means that you are the character that is pushing the main character, the protagonist, right, to do stuff, right? And given that, if one girl, she's like, oh, I just want to die, whatever. And then the other girl appears like, come on, girl, let's go, blah, 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 yeah, let's go, yeah. And she's the girl forcing her to go to right. She's actually the antagonist then, yeah. Definite antagonist from a narrative perspective. That's one thing, for example, when I was talking about the Crunchyroll Awards, where they're like, oh, best antagonist, Ainz from Overlord. I'm like, do they know what an antagonist is? Because he's the main character, he's the protagonist. Just because he does bad stuff sometimes doesn't mean he's not the protagonist, right? So if you play the Sky or so, this game, you play the Demon Lord, right? The classic games here. Like, yeah, you're doing bad stuff as a Demon Lord, but you're still the protagonist. The antagonists are the humans in that game and the aliens, right? So, whatever, I digress. But yeah, but they definitely have a kind of the very different personality trait. So she's kind of her pushing her to do stuff, so on, right? But it felt strange then how because you kind of see it from her eyes, right? She's in this world, and then suddenly this other Genki girl appears and pushes her to do stuff and fight them and so on, right? And go back in there and try to get these cubes. But it's strange then how she doesn't know how she got there, or like how she doesn't know about it. That's something that I hope they explain. It's kind of weird how did she get to the other world then? She's like, oh, this is my place, so I'm just gonna sink down into the water here, and then this other girl appears. But she clearly has like a way to get there and has an elevator and how it works so on. But she was shocked about not just the elevator, but also appearing in the house and everything. So how did she get there? Still, it's not actually been there before. So yeah, this is strange. How did she get there? Wasn't really explained at all. And also she kind of fell into the water, right? So the water in Otherworld was like infinite deep or something. So there's a lot of weird stuff. But you have to look at this demon thing and this ghost demon thing. And if you look at it, you can defeat it by I guess like acknowledging it, like it can't avoid your attacks if you stare at it, like it's kind of like a ghost story thing, right? It has that kind of a ghost story anime kind of feel to it, where it's like, well, if you stare at it, it cannot avoid you because you're staring at it. So no, it can't avoid your rock salt or your bullets or whatever. So I guess the bullet does work then, as long as one of them is like staring at it. But yeah, this is a strange anime, very strange anime. I wouldn't say that all the guys are horrible or bad. I'm just saying that it's strange, right? So I will say that I have a hard time measuring, saying this is a great anime or this is a bad anime. I'm just like, this is perplexing and confusing, and I guess we have to see more episodes to know what's going on, right? Definitely feels like an anime where you're like, episode 1 is like, I'm just very confused now. I guess I have to watch more to be able to, review it properly. Yeah, it feels like an anime where you're like, huh, okay, a lot of weird stuff happened, and I don't know what's going on here. So, I mean, I guess it's good in that sense, right? It's a mystery anime, and you want to see more. It definitely is intriguing. I guess. That's it, right? I'm just like, huh? But that being said, though, there was a CGI part, or not one, but several CGI parts, and those were strange, though. That I will say, though, was a big negative. So that was really strange. So sometimes, right, they were walking, and suddenly they like swapped the screen, right? So you went from, they're walking like this, and then they walked like, towards us or whatever, and so on. And during those swaps, it went from like being animated, right? Normal animation, whatever, normal draw animation, right? Into like, oh, so now they are like CGI, they are, 3D models, right? For like a 5-second scene, and then they're back to being animated, and then the next scene where they're running, it's like, here's animated, and then for 10 seconds it's CGI again. So they use them as CGI characters every now and then, and it didn't feel consistent at all, and the quality wasn't that good for the CGI for that matter, but it was clear that it was strange that it was like on short moving scenes, or running scenes, or short scenes where they were kind of quickly moving, whatever, they threw in CGI, I guess, for the budget, right? But it just looks really weird. Like it would arguably look better if it was only CGI, right? Like something like, of course, Hostel Kuni or Beastars are coming, right? Which are very, very good CGI. But even if it's like worse CGI than that, it will feel more consistent. Now it's like, oh, it's CGI suddenly, and now it's back to animated, and now it's CGI suddenly. And maybe if all the moving scenes, the running scenes and so on, would be CGI, it would feel a little more consistent. But it kind of went back and forth, and it felt like the short scenes where you changed the perspective was CGI, like the shorter ones. But it still happened several times. It was very noticeable, and it took me out of it a little bit because it was such a weird thing too. It was like quality drop, and also used like animation, changed. Instead of animating the characters, you're just dropping in CGI movements or during a still frame background, right? And it just looked really off. So that was really strange. So that unfortunately is going to probably be a quality issue of this anime, no matter what, if it's a good storytelling or so on, and obviously a very mysterious, intriguing storytelling. But that CGI thing was really weird, and I mean weird in not in the good sense. Weird, the storyline is weird in a good sense. That CGI thing felt like, I mean, let's be honest, it's probably just budget, budget reasoning, right? Probably just budget quality budget reasoning, used to make it cheaper, right? But it was really done. Strange swaps every now and then, and it didn't feel consistent whatsoever. It's more just like sometimes they wanted to make the scene cheaper, I guess, or something. So that is one, I think, complaint that it's gonna be for every episode, probably, right? Probably likely. Maybe it's gonna be better. Episode 1 might be the cheap budget and then they improve it or way. But I don't think so, because normally episode 1 and 2 is so you wanna have it. Depends on when they're produced, but normally episode 1 you kinda like you wanna sell it, right? So you wanna have bigger budget in the beginning and the ending usually, and the middle usually is the worst budget for most stuff, for most produced shows and so on. But anyway, that's my first impression of Sekai Otherworld, the Zelda filter with. Yeah, I felt again. I guess during the opening, I was like, "Is it like Dark World? Is it like Zelda, Link to the Past?" That's my guess during the opening, and that felt pretty much somewhat accurate. I'm not exactly the same, but felt like the most closest thing. If you have the Earth, and then you have Evil Earth, right? So that felt like the most similar thing there. When I saw the opening, I was like, yeah, like Dark World. But anyways, see you guys tomorrow. Of course, Black Clover, Spade, new opening of Black Clover. Jesus Christ is new opening, and then maybe more animes. I think on Wednesdays I see it, right? Jesus Christ, it'll be amazing. Anyways, see you guys and have a great day.